Hi all, how are you? Welcome back. Apologize that if I was taking so much of time to record this second video as I promised I was about to prepare a video for the templates. I was busy behind preparing my PR after achieving my PT score, so myself and wife we both are applying for the PR, so we have to complete the documentation for these assessments like ACS and Engineering Australia. So she's an electrical engineer, she have to complete the Engineering Australia assessments. It looks like little hard when compared to ACS evaluation, so we have to prepare this career episode, CPD, then summary statements. So it was really hard to prepare those documents, so it took a while for us to complete everything. So recently we just submitted everything, so get some spare time to explain everything about the templates or like something whatever the stuffs I was using for this write essay, summarize written text and everything. So I hope like in this video I can cover maximum most of the templates which we were using to get the score of 90. So before that I can actually tell you there is one app which we usually use there. So I feel like it is one of the best stuffs which it closely monitors or closely give the scores relevant to PT. It looks like even it give you confidence to get assessed like with an near possible software algorithm like in PTE. So before that, so today I can explain you one of the template which I was using for write essay. The advantage of this particular essay, this template was actually it covers almost all of the topics, even disadvantages or like if you are asked to explain something, I just use this single essay for whatever I got. So this was one of the template which I was using for this write essay. If you are looking into this particular template, it mostly covers all of the advantages and disadvantages, and it states some of the things, and after in that it gives your view. So it's like a summary, so it have a perfect structure. Even I'm not like very confident in telling like this is one of the perfect, but I got like around 80 86 in my writing with this particular template. Even though I was not asked about the disadvantages or advantages, I got some random topics, but even with this essay I actually cleared everything. So I hope this essay can be useful for everyone who are try to get good scores in writing. So before that I can tell you like one of the actual examples. So this is one of the template. I can give my drive link or something if you want this essay, or you can actually prepare that from the video. So it just explains you some of the basic templates, and it got some of the places which have the blank, so you have to fill up with some of the points. So this is one of the best essay which is template which I got for that. So I can show you some of other template which I with this template which one of the essay which I prepared. So if you are looking here, the essay topic is traveling to study is overrated. We have brilliant scholars who have studied locally. Is travel really necessary for tertiary studies? So if you're looking into here, it doesn't say anything about advantages, disadvantages, but overall we can see that it's like something like it's like something explaining about the advantages and disadvantages. So I'm not more digging into this kind of stuffs like whether it's like advantage disadvantage some, but I can see I can show you like the template which actually I used covers this entire essay topic. So if you are looking here till the colossal upsurge of, this is one of the template. Still here it's a template, so I just filled this traveling to study. So I just copied the stuff like from this essay. I can see traveling to study is the topic. I just copied the same stuff here, traveling to study. That's it, that's enough. Again, there is a widespread worry that this will introduce led to a myriad of concerns in the community. In my opinion, you have to state what happened. Like traveling to study has more advantages than disadvantages to the scholars. So here I know it's like about something about scholars, and it's asking about something about traveling to study. I just concatenated that words. That it I didn't done anything much fancy, or I didn't add any of this hi-fi vocabulary. Is nothing. I just put the question itself. That's it. So the first paragraph it's like a pretty clear, like without, the thing is this template is actually I find it very useful for preparing any kind of structure. So if you are looking here, and the second paragraph on the second hand, some the critics and all, I feel is traveling to for study. The what are the what first paragraph actually tell about the disadvantages. For example, the cost of living and something like whatever you feel about relevant to the essay topics, you can just put one of few words. Even what I done is like I just copied the same sentence entire for all, whatever the essays it was coming. So if you are here, for example, the cost of traveling and living in another city is very high and every individual cannot afford it. On the other hand, there are several arguments in favor of my son. So for this first line, you can see, for example, the cost of traveling and living in another city is very high and every individual cannot afford it. So if this is for a essay, the question of essay is changing, and you can see if the essay is for can everybody afford the today's medical, what, like the medical facilities, you can say, for example, the cost of diagnosis and medical checkups is very high and every individual cannot afford it, or the cost of public transport is very high and every individual cannot afford it, or cost of traveling in their own vehicles is very high and every individual cannot afford it. So even I took entire stuff, this as a entire this essay as a template, and I just replaced whenever I got an essay, changing the essay. That's it. I found it very useful. So this is one of the essay template which I can share. And I was actually using this AP Uni for practicing essay or whatever it was. So you can see I practiced like a hell in this AP Uni app, and I can show you how much the essay helps you out. So I'm just copy pasting the same essay here. I'll show you what I'm doing with that after that. So this is one of the pre-filled essay for traveling to study. I just copied the same essay. In real PT exam you can't copy paste, so you have to have this template. This is one of the best app I have used, like AP Uni. It actually have the scorings and everything. You have to pay something like initial stages, so even they give something like free stuff, so you can utilize this. So now, and also I can recommend you one of this app called Grammarly. So it actually helps you to correct your grammar mistakes and everything. It shows some grammar mistake, but you don't care about that. It is like exactly percent only, so you can ignore those. So now the question is, nowadays people believe that the environment influenced their accomplishments. Some people think their success and accomplishments were influenced by the places where they grew up. Do you think the environment does or does not affect people's accomplishments, and how it affects? So this particular essay is about environment influences their accomplishments. So that means environment influences people's accomplishments. Some people think their success and accomplishments were influenced by the places where they grew up. It looks like a little hard. Even I can't digest this essay question. So what I say is, like, I can just copy some of the sentences from this essay. Some people think their success and accomplishments were influenced by the places where they grew, and I just copy this entire stuff. The thing is, you have to be below 300 sentences. That's it. So now the total sentence of this essay comes around 350. So I will say I directly copy paste this here. So traveling to study, I can say upsurge of. Some people think their success and accomplishments were influenced by the places they were grew up. So instead of that, I can say people think their success and accomplishments were influenced by the people places they go. There is a widespread worry that it will. So these sentence you don't need to change, in my opinion. The environment affects. I would just say, in my opinion, environment environment in my opinion, the environment has more advantages than disadvantages to peoples. To the people. Four people. Okay, yeah, that's it. One of the other some critics may point out that one of the most significant, even what I say is like I'm not good in grammar or I'm that not much that perfect in grammar, so I always use this grammarly. The thing is, I just want to show how using the template. So you have to improve your grammar and everything. So on the other hand, on the one hand, some critics may point out that so this is the disadvantageous part. On the one hand, some critics may point out that one of the significant drawback of traveling for the study is high cost. So I will say of the environment. This is right or not. I'm just copy pasting this. I'm just showing. Let us see like what happens if we use like this. Drawbacks of the environment influences is high cost. I don't know whether really the environment is high score. What I can say. I think we chose a very wrong subject. Let's try with this. This seems like a little harder subject. If the high cost. For example, the cost of traveling and living in another city is very high and every individual cannot afford it. Let it be this. I'm just putting same. I don't change. And this part it comes to the advantages. Most preponderant one lie in the fact that environment environment traveling for accomplishments. I can say traveling for accomplishments. So it's closely relating to the subject. Traveling for the accomplishments has more positive consequences for the people people in many ways. Firstly, people. I hope you understand how this essay structure is made up. So it's like the people they are asking about people and something about environment, something about accomplishments, something about how it affects the people. So mostly we have to cover all of these core subjects inside this essay. Can explore new ideas because they can get a chance to see new elements around the world by traveling. I'm just keeping the same. According to research published in Time Magazine 2000, the development activities in people was increased environment by the environment from 35 to 30 in different countries. Secondly, large portion of students is traveling abroad. Portion of people is traveling abroad to study because they can get practical knowledge which is not available. Okay, I'm keeping the same sentence as it is. I will try not to include my own sentences because I can reduce my grammar mistakes. Whatever I'm as I said, I am not good in grammar, and even I just took 2 months to prepare this PT study. So this is how I cracked the PT. So I'm telling I am not a hi-fi in grammar or something about. I know something basic about R, was, and all usage of that. Apart from that, I don't know much about grammar. So I will try to use whatever this perfect sentence which I got from some of the templates. So I keep it maximum, and I will try to include few sentences from my own side. So like that, I can reduce my grammar mistakes as well as spelling mistakes. So secondly, a large portion of people is traveling abroad. I hope it's like saying like something relevant to that. I think so. Lastly, in my opinion, the government of Australia is taking great initiative in educating its people about the positive impacts of environment for influences, positive impacts of environment and environment. I will just say the positive impact of environment. That's it. Positive impacts of the environment. I think yeah, of the environment. You have to be pretty clear about the usage of the few something like I can say is like the is like if something you know it's a specific it's a unique thing there you can say the. So if you compare I can say it's it's an apple. So if I ate an apple, I can say I eat the apple, something like that. If you can use, you have to check how the usage of the is. So the is used for a specific subject or a something you knows exactly it's the, so you can say the apple. And if you want to say something generally, you can say an apple. So the is like something you eat, so you can say I eat the apple, like that. So it's like a specific thing you have to use the. So the one of the major thing you have to study is the usage of the. So many places I can see the, I had made a mistake, so we have to improve the usage, how to use the. I didn't study much use of any other grammar stuffs and all. What is a past tense, perfect tense, simple past tense, I didn't study anything fancy like that. I just studied the usage of the. I studied usage of was, were, or something like have, has. So that is some of the basic grammar you have to study yourself. So just prepare your grammar according to cracking the PTE. So don't waste your time on studying too much of grammar. In the view of arguments, one can conclude that despite having some drawbacks, the benefits of environment and its influence, I can say and its influence, and its influence. Sorry, my lab is very small. Environment, the environment and its influence is indeed to dapping. I believe I just completed this sentence, and it's, let it be like that. And I'm just trying to submit it. Let us see like how much I go. Let's see for application. So this is their AI scoring. So mostly you will get some free stuffs for I think 2 or 3 trials. So the thing is you will get real answers with their AI engine. So at least you will be coming to know about wow. I got around 13.84 out of 15. The mistakes I just made is the grammar. So if you are looking here, I just said yeah, indeed and research, a research, the research. Okay, let's copy this again. So you can see, if you closely look into their scoring, you can see the content is great. Actually, even you clearly see that I didn't include the entire contents from what the essay topic was. I just randomly picked the topics and I just added all this content. So I most tried to stick into that particular template or like the particular essay prepared for this traveling to study. So I just maximum try to keep it. So if you are looking here, I got content maximum, form is perfect, grammar I just made some grammar mistake, that's it. The spelling mistakes also. So if let's see like what happens if I just correct whatever they say. So instead of that, influence are indeed too dire. There is one more stuff actually. So if you are copying here, you do. Let me submit again. Let me try with their AI for American English. So this time I am just trying to assess because I believe like it's mostly perfect. Those grammar mistakes I cannot agree with that grammar mistakes what they have to do. Yeah. So this time I can come back with same steps. So what we can do is, let me take this as a template again. The research, then instead of is it's R and here it is 2. Okay, I got it. I'm just copying the same stuff which we wrote. Redo. To essay which we made. According to a research, according to the oh, oh, according to the research, okay, I'm just submitting again with whatever the corrections they have said. I have one more score, free score. I think I have one more. Okay, I have one more. Boom! I got it. Yeah, we just achieved 15 out of this essay template. See, I'm not teaching you how to write an essay or something. I'm just telling you how I tried and how I got cleared PTE. That's it. This was the way I was trying PTE. I just by hearted this entire essay. It's not that hard. See, if you are looking into this essay, it's not more than 10 or 20 words. Sorry, not more than 15 lines. So when you compare to our studies, which we have done in BTech or something, I know it's like little hard when comparing to that. This is nothing actually. You can by heart it very clear, easily. So this is the template. Out of that template, I prepared one essay for traveling to study. I just by hearted this entire essay. I kept it for whatever the essay topics I was getting. So as I told, I took 3 or 4 attempts to clear my PT. So all these attempts I kept the same template. So almost my writing score, I don't say it's like it was like in the every attempt, in the second or third attempts onwards, I was using the same template. I can say the same essay, I just replaced the words. That's it. That's how I achieved my writing scores. And if you're looking, and then one more steps I can show you is, so that's it for essay writing. And one more template which I am going to show you is summarize spoken text. This is one of the summarized spoken text. So you can see the template is topic means like you have to replace the word with whatever you are hearing of the topic. So something you summarize spoken text, you have to write it very hard. You have to write all the key points you are getting inside the essay. At least try to write around 20 to 20 words, or like a 10 to 20 templates. So it just says some of the key points here. So this is, even I found it very useful. I use this template for entire stuff. So it was very useful for me to complete the sentence. So there is what the templates help you is like you won't make any grammar mistake or spelling mistake. So whatever the key points you are writing here, if you are counting here, you can see includes dash and c dash. So if it is essay about traveling to study, you can say includes traveling to study, educational costs, and something else. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. If you are writing around 20 points or something, you can actually choose your key points here and fill it. That's it. So summarize spoken text, you don't have to write everything like whatever you are hearing there, and you have to paraphrase it again. That is one of the hardest steps. You would make your own mistakes, grammar mistakes, so, or spelling mistakes, everything. So if you bypass these templates for summarized written text, I think that's it. You are done for your PT. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching these videos. Whenever I will get time, I can actually try the summarized spoken text in the real PT app. Sorry, I mean the APE app. So we can actually do a practical session like how I done. I am not teaching you how to write the summarized spoken text or something. I'm just telling how I achieved my score of 98 for the summarized. Sorry, for the speak writing in. So that's it. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching.